Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something pretty huge. Amazon's colossal 40 billion investment plan for the UK over the next, 3 years. Our mission really is to unpack what this enormous development actually means. For the economy, tech, jobs, and how it connects directly back to you.
It's a massive commitment.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready to get into the weeds on this one.
40 billion. I mean, that figure is just staggering. Where's all that money actually going? Can you break it down a bit?
Yeah, it's quite spread out, actually. A really big piece is going towards four new robotic fulfillment centers.
Robotic, okay.
Exactly. In places like Hull, Northampton, and the East Midlands. These aren't just warehouses. Think highly automated hubs, robots doing a lot of the legwork.
Changing the game there. And jobs.
They're expecting about 2,000 jobs per center, so yeah.
Okay, so maybe 8,000 direct jobs just from those centers?
That's the estimate, yeah. Then there's the Amazon Web Services side, AWS. There was that £8 billion announced previously. That's part of this.
Ah, right, for data centers.
Precisely. Building up the UK's cloud and AI muscle, you could say. Crucial stuff. That part alone, they reckon, supports around 14,000 jobs annually.
Supports. That's an interesting word choice compared to creates.
What?
What does supports actually cover here? Is it like businesses using AWS?
Both, really.
Yeah.
It's the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Companies building on AWS. Yeah, startups, bigger firms. But also the IT pros, the consultants, everyone who makes that cloud stuff work. It kind of enables that wider digital economy.
Got it. Okay. What else is in the mix?
Well, they're also investing in the creative side.
Oh.
Refurbishing the old Bray Film Studios in Berkshire.
Oh, the historic studios.
That's the one. Productions like The Lord of the Rings of Power are filming there already.
Wow, okay.
And finally, they're expanding their London HQ too. 2 new buildings, planning for about 1,500 more corporate staff there.
Okay, so that's a huge mix. Logistics, digital backbone, creative industries, corporate expansion. What's the big picture impact? How does this translate for the UK economy, for the workforce, the big numbers?
Well, connecting it all up, the projection is an estimated contribution of 38 billion to the UK's GDP over these next few years.
38 billion to GDP.
Right. And beyond those direct fulfillment jobs we mentioned, they're also talking over 1,000 full-time apprenticeships for 2025.
In what sort of areas?
Things like data science, engineering, high-demand skills. Plus, they have that career choice program.
Oh, yeah, where they help pay for training.
Exactly. Up to £8,000 towards training costs, even if the employee wants to retrain for something completely outside Amazon.
So it's not just filling jobs, it's potentially upskilling people, too. That's interesting.
It is. And, the focus on places like Hull and the East Midlands outside London, that's significant, too. It ties into that whole government level-up idea.
Right, spreading the investment geographically.
Yeah, trying to reduce those regional gaps. Though I suppose the question remains whether these fulfillment jobs, even lots of them, provide that sort of high-skill, long-term boost regions really need, or if it's more about immediate jobs. It's a fair point to consider.
That's a really important nuance. Okay, beyond the pure economics, what about the tech side? How does this change the UK's technology landscape? And, with this scale, what about the environmental side of things?
Technologically, that AWS expansion is key. It doesn't just help businesses already here. It could pull in more cutting-edge AI labs, more tech startups from overseas, potentially makes the UK a real hub for future tech.
A magnet for innovation, perhaps.
Could be. And environmentally, they are talking about expanding their electric HGV fleet, their lorries, and investing in, I think it's over 40 solar and wind projects here in the UK.
To power their own operations.
Yeah. Aiming for cleaner energy, trying to hit their climate goals, net zero carbon by 2040, I think is the pledge. Of course, it's always scrutiny.
Sure. Criticisms about working conditions or market power aren't new for Amazon.
No, they're not. But Amazon's public stance is that they're committed to creating, good, safe jobs and being a positive force in local communities with these investments.
Okay, so looking at everything we've discussed, the scale, the different areas, what's your overall take on this 40 billion commitment?
I mean, it's genuinely transformative for the UK. The potential boost to the economy, to the tech sector, to job numbers, both direct and supported, is substantial. You can't really argue with the scale.
But with caveats, maybe.
Well, yeah, the nuances around job quality, the real long-term regional impact, those definitely need watching as this rolls out. But overall, it positions the UK quite strategically in the global digital race.
That's a great summary, thank you. And for you listening, maybe the final thought is this. Think about how an investment this big doesn't just build warehouses or data centers you might never see. It subtly changes the feel of local towns, maybe where you live or work. It shifts the digital pipes that power so much of your daily life. What could this look like for you in the next few years? Something to ponder. Thanks for diving deep with us today. Until next time.